Game, set, match.
Welcome to your daily serve of
M&Ms.
M&Ms.
It's uploaded weekly. And I didn't even speak English properly. But anyway, I'm Maria.
I'm Michael.
Guess who's back?
Oh, fucking hell. Yes,
Introduce yourself.
we have a special guest joining us this week as well.
My name's Little Timmy, aka George.
I hate it when you do that every
Yes.
single week. I feel like listeners that listen are probably confused every time you come on.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
For
back.
reference, it's George. It's George. It's always going to be George. If you hear that fucking annoying voice, it's George.
Anyways, hi. I'm going to start with some netball news.
Okay.
So there's a few things happening right now. So the new Sunco Super Netball team
Melbourne Mavericks.
yes, is the Mavericks, which sounds amazing. It looks amazing. I'm just like,
I know, you sent me the the post on Instagram, and it has their logo design and everything, and it is pretty epic.
yeah. So for people that don't know, I spam Michael a lot of Instagram posts on what I want to talk about on the podcast. So it's all about messages on Instagram. It's just like, hey, I want to talk about this.
Which is literally just Maria, because I just don't do that.
But I get a lot of my information from Instagram, right? From the source.
Exactly.
I'm waiting for that Logan
Anyway.
Paul sponsor for them, because he says he's a Maverick.
Anyway, and so that's the good news. The other two news. Two
The other
pieces
two
of
news.
two news.
You really
The
are
other
Englishing.
The other
Hey,
two
welcome to our
pieces
new
of
show
news.
called Two
Can you
News.
please not talk over me? Okay, so the other two pieces of news that I have. One is kind of brutal. So Collingwood Magpies has fined $10,000 for breaching rules during the 21 player signing period. I didn't actually finish the date. On my iPad I did 202, but that's
Hey.
Yeah, sure, because
Oh,
it's the 20th month.
So I think it was either the 2020 or the 2021 player signing period.
Probably wouldn't have been 2020 since that was COVID, right?
But they still had netball.
Did they?
Yeah.
Indoors?
Yeah.
Shit, no way.
Yeah.
I just don't remember that
Vixens
at all.
won that year, fam.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
COVID don't fuck with netball.
Yeah, it fucked with squash, but AFL and netball are allowed.
AFL netball, it's nah, I can't. Sorry, it's too beyond my powers.
Squash, nah, you
What
can't
about-
play. It's too dangerous where you can play netball and, AFL.
What about cricket? Did cricket get fucked over?
International, yeah.
And they're literally
netball?
standing out in the fucking paddock.
But netball, nah, I can't mess it up.
I know, I'm just I found it just a little bit unfair. It's they let other sports, into, in Australia, but, I couldn't travel interstate to play squash.
Yeah.
I was that's a bit unfair.
Oh.
I know, that's a different topic for another time.
Yeah.
Anyway, and the last bit of news that I have is, I'm really saddened by this news, is that Liz Watson is now playing for Lightning.
Let's go.
Yeah, I think I saw that as well, yeah.
Let's go. I'm not a netball fan, so I could be happy about this.
You're brutal.
Let's go, news.
Yeah. Anyways, even though Maria wanted to jump straight into those important segments, we do have a few fun segments lined up for our episode today. We have our describe it game / poorly describe it game. Mine
That's
is
fun.
Mine is reasonably poorly described, that's for sure. And we also have trivia. Maria has her own set of trivia. George has his own set of trivia.
Hey, I finally
And-
brought something to this podcast after how many times I've been on it.
Yeah, exactly. He's just had... I think George has had a lot of fun with the trivia. He wants to be involved, and he's going to absolutely fucking murder us with these fucking questions. They're probably all going to be bullshit.
There's some that definitely will feel like bullshit. There's some that definitely aren't. Okay, if you don't get the 10th question, I swear to God, I'm gonna boot you out through that window.
Okay, great. That's why we're also having drinkies. I can be completely numb from the head down when he does that.
Okay, so do you want me to start? Do you want to start with my quiz?
Bear with me, because I think I'm missing one more segment. What else? Oh, you have your would you believe it?
Would you believe,
Yeah, would
yeah.
you believe segment. So yeah.
I mean, come on, we're going to talk about, the this recent weekend.
We will at the end, fam.
At the end?
At the end.
At the end?
We need to.
Or do we talk about it before trivia?
I mean, I feel like every single time we've been on this podcast, it's been all the sports news and all the games that have gone past have always been first, and then it's all the fun stuff.
No, we need to do the good stuff last, right?
Yeah.
So
Anyway.
this time talking about what happened is the good stuff.
Well, yeah.
Everything's-
The Granny's next week, fam.
George, what are you talking about? Everything is good on this podcast. This is just the best podcast in the world. Share
Can
it
I
with
get
your
on with the
friends.
segment, please?
Share it with your friends.
Can I-
Can we just do my trivia before we start talking about what recently happened, since mine's linked to that?
Okay, I mean, we're going to talk about last. I still have NHL to talk about.
Yeah, no, but before we talk about AFL, can we do mine, because that's very linked to that.
Okay, yeah.
As in,
I mean, so is mine.
George's
but,
George's
yeah.
trivia is like all AFL related, I assume.
Yeah, so is
Yeah.
mine.
Okay.
Mine, okay, so this quiz, this quiz
Yeah.
is about AFL.
But when 2016 Western Bulldogs, I got that question correct. Let's go.
Oh,
One
no,
point
that's
to
not
me.
on there. But anyway.
Oh,
Okay,
and
this
I'm
is
gonna-
a history.
So-
So this will probably challenge you a bit. But yeah, you ready?
I'm going to keep score of how well George and I do on your questions and how well you and I do on George's questions.
Mikiel and Greg.
You're confusing people for sure. Okay, so my first question is, when was the first AFL Grand Final held? Was it in 1896, 1902, 1918, or 1924?
Wait, sorry, go
Are you
again.
okay, when you talk about grand final, are you talking about the grand finals we see now, or the literally the first ever season?
The first ever season.
The first ever season.
I'm gonna go-
Yeah, so when was the first AFL Grand Final held? Was it 1896,
Wait, what? 1896?
1896,
Oh, 96, okay.
1896, 1902, 1918, or 1924?
1896.
I'd go 1896 as well.
It's 1918.
Really?
Hold up.
So, what did...
Have a book here. 100 years of football.
Oh, wait,
So
did
we
you
had
say...
VFL. I said AFL.
Yeah, you said AFL, VFL would have been it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. It just processed in my mind. I was like, oh, hang on, that was probably a trick question in there. Yeah. I jumped the gun. That was dumb of me. Okay.
Wait, no, didn't the AFL form till about 1990? Because it was called VFL until 1990.
No.
Hold up. I'm going to search this up for you, okay?
Oh my gosh.
So what was your date, sorry? Because I said 1896.
1918.
1918.
Because 1989 it was still called VFL. 1990 it was called AFL. So if you want to go, because you said what, first ever AFL Grand Final?
Yeah, well that's
Yeah,
what
so it'd
Chat
be
GTP said. So
It's
maybe
1990.
Chat GPT.
It's 1990. So no one gets it correct. Not even you.
Okay.
Not
well,
even the
anyway.
trivia master.
We'll get a different one. Which team has won the most AFL Grand Finals?
Carlton.
Is it A. Collingwood,
Carlton.
B. Essendon, C. Carlton, or D. Essendon?
Carlton.
Wait, what did you say B was? Were B and D the same options? I swear I heard Essendon
No,
twice.
because George, keep on talking. Like, please.
No,
be
B was
quiet.
Essendon, C was Carlton.
George, can I please finish?
It's Carlton, that's my
George,
answer.
please. Okay, question 2. Which team has won the most AFL Grand Finals? Was it A. Collingwood, B. Hawthorn, C. Carlton, or D. Essendon?
It's Carlton.
I mean, my understanding it's tied between Carlton and Essendon.
No, it's Carlton.
I'm pretty sure Carlton and Essendon both have 16.
No, I'm pretty sure it's Carlton. I'm pretty sure.
Essendon certainly have 16, so...
Just tell us the answer and I'll look it up.
And I'm pretty sure that I even asked this question to you guys before.
Hey, tell us what's your answer.
It's probably Essendon,
It's
isn't
Carlton.
it? Carlton?
16. Oh, and Essendon.
Oh, so it's literally both.
So
Did you just ask ChatGPT for all the questions?
Yeah.
Okay, can we just void it now? Because honestly...
I said Carlton, yeah, it's Carlton and Essendon.
Okay, so what, it was just a 2 correct answer
Yeah.
question?
You got half a point, George.
Yo, go me.
What do you mean half a point?
You got one team correct.
You never you never said to pick two.
Maybe use your brain, fam. Think outside the box.
You never said to pick two though, so that can't
do
count.
I have to? Yes.
Yes, you have to say. You have to say which two of these teams. I think we disturb.
Yeah, because you keep talking over me.
No, I'm talking about
Anyways.
that. No, but literally, you never said pick two. You said, oh, which team has won the most AFL Grand Finals? Not which teams.
Anyways, another question, babe.
Okay, so which year was the drawn grand final and required a replay? Was it
I know those two.
1978, 1989, 1995, or 2003?
1989.
Oh, wait. Go again. What are the dates?
Was it 1978, 1989, 1995, or 2003?
1989.
I'm pretty certain 78 is one, and I'm pretty sure there is a second one out there, and that might have been the 2003 one. But I'm going to go 78.
I'm going 89. 1989.
It was 89. It was Hawthorn and Geelong.
Damn it!
Hey, you know the funny thing? I mean, I didn't even. I just looked at like just now. I'd never, because remember when we had the thing with when AFL formed. I just knew it because I remember there was a grand final there was the last one. Because I remember in 2010, like this is the last grand final replayed since 1989.
So the what was it? What did you say, Michael?
I said 78.
That was NRL. Wrong footy match.
Okay, you're right.
I hate dates. I really hate dates. Alright. Any more questions, Ben?
Okay, so in what year did Sydney Swans win their first AFL Grand Final?
Oof. Okay, that's a rough one. I need options.
Yeah, same.
Was it 2005? 2012? 1909? Or 1996?
I mean,
Am I allowed to?
I was going to say they wouldn't have been Sydney at the time during 90.
Am I allowed to do? Okay, wait. Are you talking about? Am I allowed to use a calculator to do a little bit of maths, and then narrow it down to two answers?
I'm not going to laugh. I was going to say 2005 for my answer.
Can I just narrow it down to two answers by doing a little bit of simple maths? Please?
If you must.
Thank you very much, because I know how long it took for them before a certain year.
Do you just want to ask me, literally, like a mathematician?
I'm gonna go 05.
05 as well?
Yeah.
Both going 05, babe.
My question is, was there a 1933 in the thingos?
But it's also the question's also for Sydney Swans as well,
Yeah,
right?
so Sydney Swans, I think it was 05, but I know they had one, like, quite a long.
Yeah, so it is part of a hard answer because they were, was it Melbourne?
There was like South Melbourne,
yeah. So, if you're going by that, it would be 1909, but yeah, it is 2005.
I thought it was a 72 year drought.
Go Mick.
72 year drought.
Yeah, from, what was it, 1918, also 1933, but I think that would have been South Melbourne.
Yeah.
Still then, and then it was the 2005 that broke
So it was
the
a
72 year
it was a 96 year drought, wasn't it?
Was it 72?
Yeah,
It was 72. Okay, I was correct.
It's 72.
I was correct. It was 72.
Now I know why you didn't do further maths, mate.
No, because what I did... No. Mate, okay, I'm going to show you this, okay? I'm going to show you this because, you know...
I'm just going to do 5 questions, by the way.
I think we have to at this point.
Just so you know... Where is it? I did this, okay? I did this to narrow it down. 05 take away 72.
But yeah, that's a bit of a tough one because, like, you know. Yeah.
Alright.
What do we do? My trivia?
And then I have the last one.
Last one. Ooh, and it's tied.
Ooh, juicy.
Juicy.
Ooh.
Add some drama.
Okay, which team won the first AFLW Grand Final in 2017?
Wasn't it Adelaide?
Was it A, Western Bulldogs? B, Adelaide Crows? Port Adelaide wasn't a thing then. C, Brisbane Lions? Or D, Collingwood?
You should have put an option in there as Port Adelaide.
I'm going to go
Just
Adelaide
to fuck
Crows.
with our audience.
I'm going to go Adelaide Crows.
Yeah, I'm pretty certain it was Adelaide Crows because of Taylor Harris being like, 50-metre bomb! Oh my god, that's amazing!
It was Adelaide Crows.
So, yeah.
And then I think it was Brisbane the next year.
Babe, you need to now ask a bonus question, I think, because we're tied here.
Yeah.
All square, all tied.
You're lucky I actually got 10 questions.
Someday.
Okay, this is Chat GTP, so forgive me.
ChatGPT, honestly, I'm just going to search up the answer
Okay,
after
which
this.
team won their first ever VFL, okay, Grand Final in 1898? Was it A, Fitzroy? B,
Fitzroy.
Sorry, B, Essendon, C, Collingwood, or D, Geelong?
I have to go.
In 1898, you said?
Yeah.
1898.
I think it's Collingwood.
George?
I'm going to go Essendon.
You both thought it was Fitzroy.
Really?
Fitzroy.
I should have gone with my first answer. Fuck, that was it.
Yeah, I know. I hate it when you do that. It's like, oh, I'm gonna do this now. I'm gonna change it, and then you.
I was like, Fitzroy. I was like, no, it can't be right. It can't. They would have won the first year.
I'm pretty sure Collingwood was early. I always have the my thought is always Collingwood was always early 1890s.
I'll tell you when Collingwood's first flag was.
Okay,
Yeah.
this is. I'm not gonna give you multiple choice for this one.
All right.
I think you should know this because it's pretty. It's not
Okay, go.
Which year did the Fremantle Dockers reach their first AFL Grand Final?
They reached their first.
2013.
Babe?
He's going to say 2015.
2009.
I hate this.
I can spell bacon cooking, fam. You're thinking so.
Yeah.
What year?
I'll go 2014.
I'm going
2013.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what the funny part of that was? I was begging you to say 2014.
Yeah, I mean, I figured he knew 2013. I just don't. I hate dates. Anytime you ask me a question with dates, I want to strangle you. I'm like, this is not my area.
You know what the funny thing is? Literally today, I was rewatching the video of
Like, I can
how
replay
they
them, but I can't name the dates.
No, it's so funny because literally today in the morning I woke up and I decided to re-watch the video about the Kennett curse.
So, fuck you, George.
I think I won my first ever trivia.
Must have.
I think this is my first ever trivia I've ever won.
Get out of town and go get lucky, alright?
Okay, we do my.
Yeah, so yeah, that's it. That's my trivia.
We want to
So
do my trivia.
Let's we'll do yours last before we hit into AFL news, okay?
Yeah, let's just say mine's
I want to talk about NHL.
Alright.
Okay, so there is some news out of the Columbus Blue Jackets. Mike Babcock, which a very unfortunate last name, who recently returned to the NHL, has resigned as the head coach of the Columbus Blue Jackets. Okay, sorry, I'm laughing at his name. The decision follows allegations that he invaded players' privacy by asking for personal photos during meetings. Babcock and the team captain, Bonnie Jenner,
He really was a bad cock.
Shut up, please. deny any wrongdoing, asserting that the interactions were innocent attempts to get to know each other.
I don't trust that for a minute with his last name.
No, me either. The NHL Players Association has emphasized the importance of respecting players in the workplace and supports the club's decision to seek a new head coach. The team has appointed Pascal Vincent as the new head coach, signing him to a 2-year contract. Babcock and stop it! You're such a child. Babcock, with an extensive coaching history, achieved notable success with teams like the Anaheim Ducks and Toronto Dragons.
Could truly be known as a Babcock.
It's bad. B-A-B.
Babcock. Would truly be known as.
But yeah, but apparently he's done something like this before in other teams too. So.
Okay.
Yeah, and to the good news in NHL. Okay.
Babcock is no longer a thing.
Hold on. The Professional Women's Hockey League held its its first draft.
Its inaugural draft.
Yeah. That one I can't say it properly. I want to avoid saying that. In downtown Toronto, America forward Taylor Hesse, I'm not sure if I'm saying it correctly, was made the first overall pick by Minnesota. With the announcement done by tennis legend Billie Jean King. So that's exciting news.
Yeah. I don't know how excited I am.
I'm all about girl power, right? So like, you know.
I know you are.
I'm all about that raw power.
Yeah.
And I'll just give you tennis news because there's only one bit of information of tennis news right now. Australia has made it into the final 8 of the Davis Cup.
Let's go.
That's just us.
Quarters.
Is that us or like all of the world versus America or something? I can't remember how it worked.
Davis Cup.
Which one?
It's just Australia versus other countries.
Yeah, Australia versus other
countries.
countries.
It's like the Labrador Cup.
Which one's that one?
That's like
USA
Europe versus the world.
Which one? So then, isn't it? There is another one that's like America versus everyone else, isn't it?
No.
Is that?
Because he cares about America. They'll be nuked one day.
Actually, I don't know, but I'm thinking that might actually be called like the FedEx Cup or something. Does that sound?
Oh, I haven't heard of that.
FedEx Cup.
Yeah. I don't know if it's changed its name now.
The points to the Americans.
Anyways, so do you want to go into another segment?
Do you want to go into another
Yes, I would like to.
Yeah?
No, I don't want to.
Alright then.
We're going to stay here in this segment forever.
No, we're not.
What segment do you want to do?
Okay, so let me look at my notes.
I want to do a short history of Babcock.
George, can you please stop that? Let's do Would You Believe?
I do believe.
Alright.
Okay, so is this true or not? Alright? In the early 2000s, Collingwood Football Club invested heavily in sports science research. They established a specialized unit focused on cutting-edge training techniques and play development. This unit, known only to a select few within the club, became instrumental in refining the team's conditioning programs. The legacy of this research unit continues to influence the club's training methods and player performance strategies to this day.
I believe it. I definitely believe it.
Collingwood's a rich club.
Yeah, they are. That's why I believe it.
Yeah.
If anything, if you said they haven't invested $2 trillion, I would not believe you then.
So you're going true?
Yeah, I'm going true. I believe it.
I mean, I feel as well. Yeah, no, I'd go true. Yeah.
It's false.
Really?
Yes. I've had to change it so many times. Do you want to hear the previous ones that ChatGPT gave out to me?
Go ahead.
Okay. It was in the late 1990s that the Collingwood Football Club established a covert research division focused on sports psychology and player performance. Its division including a hidden underground facility.
Hey, okay.
Where experts conducted cutting-edge studies of mental conditioning and focus enhancements. I was like, you're going to know that's fake.
Yeah.
Say,
I mean, that just has S and drug scandal written all over it.
And then the one before that is... In the 1980s, Collingwood Football Club pioneered a revolutionary training approach that included discrete underground facility.
Like I said, S and drug scandal vibes.
I was just thinking, like, Collingwood have lost so many. Like, it would just make, like so many grand finals that they probably want to actually make that investment.
Yeah, I know.
Like, it would make sense.
I know, but like, no, and then the one
Just
before
not in
that.
underground facilities.
Yeah.
Hold on. And then I need to repeat you this one, right? Oh, what was the first one that it made up for me? This one, it was this one. This is the first one that it made up for me. It's like, legend has it that Collingwood Football Club was named after an ancient mystical forest in England. The trees were said to possess magical powers, and the founders were...
And hence why they're called the magical pies, right?
No, hold on, let me finish.
I mean, they have been a bit magical in recent years with their comebacks.
Let me finish. The founders believed that by adopting the name Collingwood, they would improve the team with the forest's magical energy given them the
Collingwood.
I mean, to be honest...
Let me finish. This belief of the supernatural connection has become a cherished part of the club's folklore.
I mean, to be honest, like this year and last year, okay, and I thought that would be believable with all their comeback wins.
It's just kind of funny, man.
But like, that's the top.
Yeah, no, I was like, I really just had to
Yeah.
What's next? Collingwood got their name from pointing sticks at each other.
Oh my god.
What's next? They got their team name from punching each other's teeth and
I was
replacing
like,
their
make it
teeth
more
with
believable,
sticks.
and then start with the underground thing. I was like, stop with this underground thing. It sounds too fake. Stop it. We finally got to that. I was like, okay, this is a good one. This might stop them.
Let's go. Get another one?
No, that's all.
Oh, that's all you had?
Yeah, one.
Oh, damn.
Damn.
That's good.
I would have zigged on Georgia Zag.
Anyway, so I have not AFL football news, but world football news,
As in soccer.
whatever you want to call it.
Okay,
Soccer football.
So, FIFA World Cup 2026 second round Asian qualifiers is Australia versus either Bangladesh or Maldives on Thursday, 16th of October in Melbourne Amy Park, sorry.
Come on, Socceroos.
So, and then we also have another match on the 14th of October. So that match is on the 16th of November. On the 14th of October at 5:45 a.m. Australian Eastern. What does AED stand?
Australian Eastern Daylight Time.
Daylight time, right? Our Socceroos are set to play England at Wembley Stadium.
Fuck the Poms.
Oh, God. Anyways, do you
This
have...
is an Australian This is an Australian podcast. Okay, that's allowed.
Yes. Do you have any sports news of your own that isn't AFL related?
So wait, what?
That isn't AFL related.
Can I talk about how Ben McKay is interested in coming to the Bombers?
No, we'll do that with the other AFL news.
Oh, okay.
Do you have any... what's your sport again? NFL? NFL, right?
It is NFL, and there's
Okay.
also baseball news as well.
Okay, we'll talk about that.
Let me guess, someone threw a ball at someone and they flopped to the ground and died?
This isn't cricket, maybe.
No.
Yeah, true, it isn't cricket. You know, not as tough as cricket. You can actually die from the ball.
Just the steam coming out of Michael's ears right now.
Like, honestly. Anyways, Baltimore Orioles, they have clinched wildcard minimum, and Tampa Bay Rays have also clinched the exact same thing in the American League East. And the Minnesota Twins have clinched the AL Central. AL West is still up for grabs. I suspect the Texas Rangers are going to take this. It's kind of been really up and down in the AL West. Like every day I look back in, Texas is on top, then they're middle of the class, and it's hard to watch. But yeah, again, Braves, again from the last podcast, they clinched their NL East. The Brewers have clinched a berth in the postseason with a wild card at the moment, and the LA Dodgers have clinched the NL West division. So yeah, There's all in all 6 teams in the postseason for the MLB. So there'll be 5 from each. So there's still 10 more openings for teams to make it to the postseason there.
Who will win the World Series in an all-American sport?
Honestly, yeah, no, I saw this on TikTok a few days ago. There was this like American track athlete. It's like the world champion of what? Do you know what I'm saying? Like it's a sort of international competition. It makes no sense.
Mm.
Where's the Australian baseball team, huh?
Honestly, we'd probably bomb out in the first.
Mercy
rule.
Yeah, obviously, yeah.
But still.
Like baseball in Australia is just not even remotely the same as baseball in America.
Obviously.
but cricket in America is nowhere close to cricket in Australia. So
Yeah.
Pick your battles.
I was so happy I was blind drunk to not watch that.
Yeah.
I don't want to see what horrible
The San
stuff.
Francisco Unicorns. Yeah.
I'm interested, but I don't want to vomit.
I hate how it's called Major League Cricket. I don't like it.
If any,
you know what I reckon's happened, because there's a YouTube channel called John Boy Media. If you don't know what it is or whatever, go check it out. It's an awesome YouTube page. It's a fucking pisser.
Now we expect $50 for that advertisement, mate.
No.
Do you know what? No. Do you know the San Francisco Unicorns theme song should be Unicorns, the song from Eurovision this year.
No.
Yes.
No, that's not how it works.
It should be though.
It's not. No.
It doesn't sound like a very sporty song.
It's not a very.
It doesn't sound like a sporting name.
Yeah, true.
But I mean, at least the name is closer to sporting than the song.
I mean, I guess it's better than Matilda's Strawberry Kisses, right?
Hey, Strawberry Kisses!
You know she was 14.
It probably wasn't a thing back then, though.
No, it's been a thing for a long time. It really has. Kids, if you don't know, ask your mum and dad.
Don't say that. Don't ask.
And then watch how you can never listen to this podcast ever again.
No, don't do that.
Ask your mum and dad.
Don't ask anyone. Do not think about it. Do not ask internet.
Ask your mum and dad,
then
have your mum and dad tell you just the absolute bullshit. Complete.
No, stop!
Lies.
Don't do that. No, don't do. Family friendly. It's meant to be a family friendly podcast. You're making it nasty.
I've already said fuck a few times.
Oh, that's Australian, mate.
Yeah.
Oh, did you see the news reporter? Sorry, I keep interrupting you, but the news reporter was it for Channel 7? He was like at the Giants Collingwood game, and people were interrupting him, and then like as he was trying to report, he's like, mate. Being reporting, but like the Aussie just comes. He's like, mate, calm down.
Mate.
Anyway, sorry, keep going.
When you break out of character.
Yeah.
So yeah, and also in baseball news is, I was actually surprised to hear this. So like, the New York Yankees baseball team, right, have been around for a fucking long time, right?
Like Carlton? But longer?
I think they've probably been around longer, to be honest.
I mean,
but, yeah.
but you know what I mean? Like, they're like Carlton of the AFL, they're a foundation club.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
And to think about how many players they've had play at the Yankees who have been just absolutely, like, just amazing baseballers who can just crush baseballs and all this. Literally today, actually I should say yesterday because it's now Sunday the 24th of September.
Yeah.
So yesterday, Aaron Judge of the Yankees became the first player in the franchise, the history of that franchise, to have multiple 3 home run games in a season. So everyone else who has possibly hit 3 home runs in a game has only done it once in a season, and he became the first. That's just like mind blowing to me. considering that they play 162 some games a season,
Hold on.
plus
How many years?
postseason.
How many years have they been?
Oh, over 100 at least. Like 100 minimum, possibly close to 150. Come to think of it, like they're an old franchise. But I just couldn't believe it. Like no other players hit more.
1903.
1903. Wow. Okay. Yeah, it is a long time ago.
Yeah. So from the 9th of January,
So-
1903,
so
they've
legit-
never had a player.
Yep. Who's had who's had a 3 home run game occur multiple times throughout a season. He's the first. It's like mind-blowing to me. That's just crazy.
Isn't it like 120 years?
Yeah, it's 120 years.
120 years, and they've never seen anyone do that before.
No.
That's great.
So yeah. Anyway,
How?
it's crazy. It's crazy. I can't believe it. But yeah, that's like really like amazing news, by the way. So yeah. Anyways, moving on to the NFL before we move on to our next segment. To sort of summarise what happened with Week 2, the Chargers are terrible. They are terrible. I said this last time on the podcast. I said if Chargers give up over 250 yards total on defense, I was going to write them off, and I think they gave up hang on, I'm going to get the numbers up
What
right
about
now.
the Cleveland Browns?
They got absolutely slaughtered. It was hilarious.
Come on, Browns, make a comeback.
So the Titans, Ryan Tannehill had 246 yards passing, and they had 141 yards on the ground. So basically nearly like 400 yards total. The Chargers' defense is absolutely atrocious. It's really bad. I'm angry. I'm just angry.
Yeah.
Great news is, though, Chargers are really, really good offensively. They are just really, really garbage defensively. And it's funny that their head coach, Brandon Staley, is, guess what, a defensive coach. And they stink at defense. And they spent probably some of the most... I think they've got like the most expensive defense as well. It's bad. I would like to see Brandon Staley go at this point. I'm over it. I'm really over it. Other games that I think might have caught people off guard was the Baltimore Ravens-Cincinnati Bengals game. Baltimore Ravens won the game, 27-24. I think Baltimore is really an underrated team, especially pre-season. This is probably one of the best teams in the competition, and I think Lamar Jackson's probably got a great chance at possibly getting MVP and even looking forward to, winning the Super Bowl as well.
So you think they could get a surprise Super Bowl win?
Oh yes, I like the Ravens a lot. I really
So you're
do.
taking them as the dark horse of the comp?
I think they were already favoured to get into the playoffs, but
But you think they're the dark horse of it?
no, I think one of my dark horses is the Detroit Lions. I like them getting in as well, and also the LA Rams. LA Rams are probably another dark horse of mine.
Surely Cleveland Browns.
No, I've written the Browns off. I really have.
I mean, I'm just like joking with all of that.
Yeah, I know. Minnesota and Philadelphia had a pretty close game, 28-34 in Week 2. Detroit and Seattle had a pretty high-scoring game as well, 31-37. I thought Detroit was going to roll Seattle, but apparently not. I think they'll bounce back this week, though. And what else did we have? What was it? So Pittsburgh and Cleveland Browns. That was just an ugly game. It really was ugly. A lot of fumbles, a lot of turnovers. It was really bad.
I'll take your word for it.
Pittsburgh won 26. Pittsburgh won 26-22.
Yeah.
and I kind of figured the Steelers would win. It's at Steelers. And I'm pretty sure I saw that they've got
Steelers.
a bit of a franchise home win streak record going on at the moment. So,
Nice.
yeah, I
Nice.
think they've won the last maybe 9.
But better
Games
than
at
the
home?
Pittsburgh Penguins, fam. I remember one season we won more away than we did at home.
Who?
Yeah, that was like literally the Chargers last year.
I'm just like, how does this happen in the first place? Second of all, and then the other part with the same season that Pittsburgh Penguins doing better on the road than at home. They're doing better in other divisions than their own divisions. I'm just like, what is happening, fam? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Just a little bit of trolling.
Yeah. But that's the thing, like division rivalries, they are so good. That's what I'd love to see in the AFL. Just having divisions and then just having those rivalries occur. Like
Isn't there in the women's?
Not they used to be, not anymore because we have all the teams now. But yeah, and yeah, but like with this, like I said, with the same season at the with the Pittsburgh Penguins, I was like watching the NHL when we had NHL TV. Anyways, and then the umpires and not the umpires, sorry, the commentators were like, "Oh, and Pittsburgh Penguins are finding new ways to lose." It's like, oh, that's great confidence. Yeah, we're definitely going to make finals this season.
They're finding new ways to lose.
Yeah.
Just like North.
Carlton.
Just like North last year. I think, yeah, it was last year, wasn't it?
I don't know.
When they were playing Swans? No, I think it was this year. They played the Swans and they went over the interchange limit.
Oh yeah, that was this year. Yeah, I know. I'm just like, dang. How do you mess up? How do you mess up interchange?
They found another way to lose.
Like honestly, I've never heard of that ever.
Maybe that's what the commentator should have said about North this year. They're finding new ways to lose.
So yeah,
Brutal.
there's a couple of
Here's the match.
Like they should have won.
Yeah, they should have. But there was an interchange.
So yeah, there's a couple of interesting teams in the NFL this year that have actually lost, like that have 0-2 records, and I feel like a lot of people are really surprised by that. And then there's a lot of teams that have 2-0 records that a lot of people are surprised by as well. Atlanta have a 2-0 record. I don't really think Atlanta's that great. They've got some nice receiving core, but that's about it. And then the LA Chargers are 0-2. That's really annoying. Cincinnati Bengals are also 0-2, and I think a lot of people are caught off guard by that. Cincinnati do tend to have a slow start. I don't know what the hell that's all about, but yeah.
Just warming up, bro.
Yeah, pretty much, right? So, with regards to the games that are coming up this week, well, actually, the 49ers basically steamrolled the shit out of the New York Giants. Yeah, New York are not a very, very well-run team. And I think it's because they spent so much money on a below-average quarterback. So, yeah. With that being said, games that we have coming up on Monday, we have the LA Chargers taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Both teams are 0-2, so it's more than likely than not that one of these two teams is actually going to go 0-3. I really hope it's the Vikings. I really hope it's the Vikings. I really hope it is because I really want the Chargers to bounce back, and I think they are going to bounce back. I think they have just a better overall team, even though the defense is pretty shit, but so is the Minnesota Vikings defense. Other interesting games, we've got Atlanta Falcons and Detroit Lions. I think Detroit is the favourite to win this one. I think they just have a better defense. It's just going to overpower the Atlanta offense. And yeah, Detroit are really, really well run offensively. I think people do think that it's a bit of a rundown franchise, but I think Dan Campbell's actually putting a bit of life back into this team, and it's really exciting to watch. So keep your eyes on the Detroit Lions. I do have them as a dark horse. I think they even take their division as well. So yeah. In terms of other matchups, who else is there to watch? Steelers and the Las Vegas Raiders. I like this one, as well as the Tuesday game for us, which is the Monday night game over there, is the LA Rams, the LA Rams and the Cincinnati Bengals. Yeah, I like both these teams. I think this is going to be a really, really good game to watch.
You know, as a guy who knows nothing about NFL, I'm going to put the Browns and the Titans to be a close, tight match. And then watch it be like Titans absolutely slaughter Browns.
Yeah, it might. I think. I do think Tennessee is probably a bit more well run than Cleveland are. That's for sure. I think they have their head coach in Mike Vrabel. I probably just butchered that name as well. Mike Vrabel. There we are. And yeah, it's just like an old school defense. It's great. I love it. It's just a solid defense. Hit hard, apologize later, sort of shit.
So I'm gonna shoot you, but then I'll apologize.
So yeah. Anyways, that's my take for this week. I have like a crazy 13 league multi with Sportsbet. Not sponsored, but please sponsor us, Sportsbet. We're great. And yeah, it's crazy. I've got no idea what I even picked anymore. But if I had to say, I like the Chargers to win. I do like the Titans to win as well. I like Detroit. I really like Detroit a lot. Oh, and I like the Saints to beat the Packers. And I like Philadelphia to absolutely steamroll the shit out of Tampa Bay. So yeah, if you're talking about lines, take the Eagles. I think it's 5.5. New Orleans, I believe, are underdogs, like 1.5. Take them. Detroit, they're favourites. This one's a bit interesting. I think I'm happy to take the hook. I think it's probably going to be like 28-23. But it is about 3.5. And Chargers and I believe Titans are both underdogs. So I would take them as well. Yeah. Anyways, that's my take for the NFL. And that concludes my NFL segment. So,
do we want to do a describe game?
What do you think, Beb?
Yeah, describe it poorly.
Describe it poorly, then go into my trivia?
Is that what we're going to do, Beb? Or do we do AFL before George's trivia?
No, we'll do...
No. Do
okay.
poorly describe George's trivia, then AFL news.
Let's just say my trivia is going to be very helpful going into our AFL news.
Alright, cool.
Anyways, so... I'm ready to go?
I'm ready to get.
Okay.
Can you describe it, please?
Okay, this involves... Hold on. This involves two teams competing to score goals with a ball, but without the magical broomsticks. Like in Quidditch.
AFL?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do I need to describe a game properly?
So is that it? We're done
Yeah,
now?
yeah,
So
we're
what were
done.
your other clues there?
It's like Quidditch if you had no broomsticks. It's literally plays with a ball, and instead of flying, everyone's on foot. It's a bit chaotic, but it's entertaining.
How about I do one at the top of my head?
It's going to be awful. It's going to be so bad. I think we might have to cut this out, but go.
1 bat, 1 ball, and 3 bases.
That's so easy!
Hold on. Here's the difference. No centre bay. No centre plat.
What? I don't know what that means.
What a centre plat is? Well, you know what I mean by centre plat?
Plat.
Yeah.
Plate?
Should I say plate?
You can call it plate, plat, whatever. Dog, it's 2 a.m, okay? I am late to my bed by 4 hours.
Oh, I'm dead.
I mean, you were late to your bed by 2 hours because I picked you up from the gym at like midnight, mate.
No, but I go to bed at 10.
Okay, cool story. I go to bed at 4 a.m.
Okay, cool, that's you. But I actually have a sleep schedule.
That is my sleep schedule, though.
Just 1 bat, 3 bases, no centre plate.
I'm asking for you to figure it out, Deb.
For me,
Yeah.
I mean,
Right up your
I
alley.
feel like there's a few options. There's probably like T-ball. There's probably rounders. There's
I remember playing that in primary school.
Yeah. And then there's softball.
I'm thinking softball.
Your final answer?
My final answer.
Yeah.
So we're only doing one hint. Oh, okay, great. So
I mean, I got more, but I mean, she's locked in an answer.
what did you lock in?
Softball.
Oh, did you? I mean, kind of think of it. Softball actually does have a plate.
Okay, well I'm going rounders for, trauma.
Yeah.
I hated that game.
What else did I say? T-ball.
Rounders. It's rounders?
I suppose T-ball technically has a plate as well. Yeah.
Actually, no, I
I'll
don't
go
think George...
rounders.
Actually, I really doubt that George will remember rounders, so I'm going T-ball.
What's your answer?
T-ball.
Another hint?
I
Yeah, I
forgot
really
rounders
do.
existed
It
before.
causes PTSD in many kids.
So rounders.
Yeah, I'll go rounders.
Yeah.
Rounders, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Alright.
So I was correct. I just doubted myself, right?
Alright.
Just to say gives PTSD.
Okay. By the way, our describe a game is... I feel like we forgot to explain what this concept is, especially to George, who hasn't played it. So the describe a game is a game that we play. We aim to describe something as poorly as possible. It can be a sport, an event, an athlete, basically anything sporty related, right? So, here is my poorly described. So, my first hint is, it is probably one of the most underrated teams in the preseason.
Detroit Lions.
In what sport?
I'll make that more apparent when I get through some of my other hints.
I don't know.
Hey, Ravens.
Pittsburgh Penguins.
Ravens. 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 Ravens.
Northern Vixens.
Ravens.
They
Ravens.
were originally known as the Colts in this US city.
I don't know. The Denver Nuggets.
No. That has to be only NBA, isn't it? That has to be only NBA. But don't they still have a Colts?
Oh, it's a cult.
Wasn't it like... Fuck, I'm trying to remember. Fuck me.
I'll give you a third hint. They had an excellent draft and excellent trades in this off-season. This past off-season.
Brisbane?
New England Colts?
What?
I don't know, New England Colts?
No.
I'm
No.
I know, it has to be basketball, right?
I don't know.
The New Jersey Colts?
Like, you asked me something about sport, I don't know.
You guys might get this after this hint.
No, we won't.
Lewis Carroll compared this team to a writing desk.
I don't know who that is.
I mean, I know there's an East Fremantle Colts.
T. Swizzer could make the all-purple look good.
The Ravens? The Ravens?
Is this with the something to
I
do
just
with
know
the
the
dating
Ravens.
rumors? Does this have to do with the dating rumors?
No.
No, that's not that, then I don't know.
Their central player is only getting better, as far as in my judgment.
This has to be basketball.
No, it's not!
No, they have a center. And it's Colts. I don't know any...
Oh, there's a basketball at purple, isn't that Lakers?
T. Swizzer grew up near this football team.
Yeah, it was the LA Laker Colts. No, they had the Nuggets and the Lakers.
No, so Pennsylvania, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's all I know.
Oh yeah, wait. Pennsylvania Colts is ring a bell. Kind of.
Oh, she also was in Nashville too.
The Nashville Colts?
Nashville.
I don't know.
There's no national basketball team, isn't there? But there is. Isn't it Pennsylvania? No, obviously no. That's not what I said. I was supposed to say it's Philly.
I actually skipped one of my hints. So I was actually going to say it's played by throwing ball with a foot.
Throwing ball with a foot.
Yep.
What does that even mean?
I give up.
What does that even mean?
I give up.
The truth is, George actually did get it earlier.
What is it?
It is the Baltimore Ravens.
I literally said
Hey!
Ravens.
I had to get through all my hints.
I said Ravens. Surely I should
That
have been
is
given
just
the point.
mean. You're a bully.
Surely the Ravens should have been enough to give.
I
me
just
the
like
point.
how you guys kept getting confused.
You're a bully. Yeah, because I don't know anything about these sports.
I just kept on going Ravens, and you just ignored me.
Anything?
Yeah, I know, because I wanted to get through all my hints.
No, that's just mean, babe. Don't do that.
I got another one. Ball, man, throw, lots of money. Is a player.
It's MLB.
No, player.
Clayton Kershaw.
No. Remember they. Ball.
Tom
Player.
Latorre. Libba.
Ball. Player. Lots of money. Throw.
Yep. Tom Latorre, right?
No.
Because he doesn't have a handball
Like
technique.
soup
Everything's a throw.
bowls.
What?
Like soup bowls.
Still Libba.
You get the joke. Soup bowls.
I've actually got no idea what the hell you're talking about.
Played for an English team.
Oh, this has got to be soccer. It's disgusting. I'm already insulted.
Also dabbled in buckets.
Okay, I'm really confused.
I could give one thing. And he would get it straight away.
Anyways, we're moving on to George's trivia.
You want
I have another one, I have another one, I have another one, I have another one.
Hold on. Let me say my fucking last hint.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
You pray to him. Or you did. He was your absolute favourite.
It has to be Brady, doesn't it?
Pardon?
Brady.
What? How'd you go from soup bowls to Brady?
Super Bowl.
Anyway.
What was your other hint? You had something about England, didn't you?
Yeah, New England Patriots.
Anyway, okay, so I have one.
Like everything is New England if like England conquered it.
Okay, so I have a sport. This sport can be played outdoors or indoors, and
Cricket.
it is played by people of all ages,
Long
and
balls.
it involves a circle ball,
A circle ball.
a circular ball.
Lawn balls.
Soccer.
Lawn balls.
No.
Lawn balls.
Go. Give us your next hint.
Bocce.
This sport is played on a rectangular field / court with designated areas for offense and defense.
Is this
Netball.
pickleball?
No, what did you say?
Netball.
Yes.
It's netball.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Alright, so do we move on to my trivia?
Lacrosse. I haven't watched lacrosse in ages. Do you know why?
Why?
Why? Because Minnesota Swarm changed into Georgia Swarm, and because Minnesota hasn't won anything, after they changed to Georgia, they won in the first year. I'm just like, why?
Hey, you ready for
Yeah.
my trivia?
I don't think we really are, but just go.
I'll tell you this.
It's ABC.
It's all about the preliminary finals that just happened.
Okay.
I forgot what
And
happened.
George has 10 questions.
I have 10 questions, one for fun, if you want to do it. Okay. There's a total of 24 points that can be taken, or 22 without the 11th question. Okay, you ready?
How does this happen?
Are you ready?
Okay, sure.
Out of both preliminary finals, who got the most AFL fantasy points?
I don't give a fuck about fantasy points.
Like team-wise?
No, just player.
Oh, I don't know.
I'm going to go
Jamie
Jordan
Elliott.
DeGoey.
Here you go.
Jamie Elliott.
Correct.
Jordan DeGoey.
Hey, for an extra point, how many did he get?
257.
No, they're all...
The-
No, I'm probably going to go, I don't know, 100 and they go I don't even know if they go by like.
I'm going 195.
No, it's like I still think that's way too high.
No, 195.
I'm going about 110.
195.
You got close. It was 114.
Dang it.
I was even going to say 112.
I
I wasn't sure if it goes up by tens or like.
5 million.
This next one is where most of the points are. So if you get this all correct, you have a very fighting chance of like winning it. Okay. Next question. Out of both preliminary finals that were played, how many players scored 2 or more goals? And if you can, name each player that did.
So, wait. Out of all, out of both prelims.
Out of both prelims, how many players scored 2 or more goals?
That's a 6.
There's a shit ton of them.
I'm just guessing 6
Yeah,
because
there
I
was
can't be bothered doing the mental work.
I think there was like 3 from the GWS. Hang on, no, Toby Green had 2, and he was one of the high scorers.
Danaher!
And then there was Dan
Man.
I can't even pronounce his name. Like Dan. He plays for Collingwood. Fuck. Dan. Stale. I know. It's STW. There's a W in there. I just can't remember the rest of his name. And then from the Brisbane game, there was Joe Danaher.
You already said that?
No, I said Toby Green.
Yeah, and you went Joe.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
I was trying to get Dan.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Joe Danaher.
Oh, wait, which Dan?
For Collingwood.
So you're saying Dan McStay?
That's the one, Max McStay, yeah. I think Eric Hipwood had 2. There was...
I'm going to tell you this, you're definitely not getting 2 of these.
I think Cam Rayner might have had 2. Patrick Cripps had 2. Harry Mackay had 2 as well.
8.
Did you just look it up?
No.
You're on your phone.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking at...
Show me. Show me your search history.
What? There's like nothing to search, fam. It's on social
So
media.
it's 8, is it?
8.
Okay.
What's your answer? For how many?
Well, I guess I'm going to go 8 now.
Is that what you want to just lock in?
Yeah.
8.
You got 6, you got 3. Joe so there was 8. The players that got it were Mackay, Joe Danaher, Jack Martin, I don't know this guy's name, McCarthy, Cripps, McStay, Toby Green, if you want.
Oh, McInerney had 2.
McInerney?
Yeah, McInerney.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had 2, that's right.
Yeah, okay, but you got 6 from that, you got 3 from that.
Yeah.
I got 3.
Because you named 3 players.
I did?
Yeah.
I forgot.
You literally...
I'll take it.
You literally, you said Joe Danaher, I think Cripps and Toby Green as well. No, you said Toby Green and Joe Danaher, and you got the amount of players correct.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay. So you tallied that up?
Jamie Elliott.
Sure.
Okay. Out of which final had the most players that scored 2 or more goals?
I'd have to say
Go
it would
again?
be...
Wait, what?
So out of the 2 preliminaries, which one had collectively the most players that scored 2 and more goals?
Oh, that's easy. That's Brisbane and the other one. Who were they?
I really thought it was Collingwood and GWS.
Nah,
So you went Collingwood GWS?
Yeah.
That's your answer? Michael's correct. It was
Really?
Brisbane. Yeah, no.
It was. There was like 6, and there was only like 2 in Collingwood GWS. Babe, you got to remember that one was low scoring.
But like Danaher
You tallied
kicked
it
like
up?
50, so like, you know.
So you've tallied it up?
Yeah.
Alright. Out of the Brisbane and Carlton preliminary final, who had the most metres gained?
Wait.
Maynard, I'm joking. Oh.
Carlton, Brisbane.
Crisp.
Who had the most metres gained?
Crisp.
That's your final answer?
Actually, no, I'm going to go with Hipwood.
I'm going to go Lockie Neal.
Hipwood.
None of yous are correct. It was Mitch McGovern with 667 metres.
Okay.
I never heard of that. Anyway.
Okay. He's like, he's a defender, isn't he? Is he a defender?
I think so.
McGovern?
I think so.
He's either a defender or a midfielder.
And he was also subbed off.
Yeah.
And he had the most meters gained.
I feel like if he's not defender, he's like a centre half back.
Hey, who scored the last goal in Carlton v Brisbane?
Wait. Who scored the last goal?
Yeah, in Melton v Brisbane.
Melton?
Melton.
Melton.
How you going there, George?
I didn't know Melton
You're
played.
cut off.
Wow.
I
Pam,
mean,
Melton's now in the AFL.
I mean, Carlton v Brisbane.
Okay, who scored the last goal?
Who scored the last
It
goal?
was Lions, right?
Now, what player?
But am I right? Is it Lions? Is it Lions?
I think I'd have to...
It's Lions,
Oh, no,
right?
Cripps. I'm pretty sure
Crisp?
Cripps... I think Paddy Cripp had the last goal.
Crisp. Okay, I'm going Crisp.
Paddy Cripp.
Chris.
Jack Martin.
What? Who is he?
He's a Carlton player. Fuck.
Close enough, we get half a point each.
Nah. Hey, who scored the last goal for Collingwood versus GWS?
Oh, I don't even know.
Oh, fucking hell.
You act like I care about these things.
Like, honestly.
You want to take a guess, though, who scored the last goal?
Was it Collingwood?
I'm going to go...
Collingwood?
It would have had to be in, like, GWS.
Oh,
Then.
GWS. Green?
Probably. I'd go Toby Green, yeah.
Jesse Hogan.
Oh, for fuck's sakes.
Can I get a sympathy point?
No.
I think all of our audience gets sympathy points for this fucking bullshit trivia. This is the worst.
Okay. You should get this one. How many goals did Collingwood score in their second term of play?
5.
That's your final answer?
Yeah. That's what I'm going with.
Didn't they have a lead and GWS brought it back?
Yeah, and it was close, right? So 5.
But it's the second term.
Yeah, how many did they score in that second term of play?
4.
Just in that second term.
4.
How many did they score?
Sorry, I thought you meant second half. Okay, don't worry, I'm a dumbass.
So second quarter itself.
2.
I'm probably thinking like it's low. I'm probably going to go like 1.
None. They scored only 4 behinds.
Shit.
Oh my gosh.
God damn.
You're saying second term, but my mum was going second half.
Yeah.
Like, I was hearing what you were saying, but my mind interpreted it entirely different. Oh my gosh.
So after the first quarter, how many goals did Brisbane kick?
After the first quarter?
Yeah.
So for the second, third, and fourth?
Oh, so
Yeah.
when they went from 8 to like a whole like fucking 48 or some shit.
Yeah.
So, goodness.
What is it? I think it was... What did they get in the first quarter?
They had 1 goal, and then I think they went to 6 by half time.
So, hold on. So, 1.
We're just
So
talking
I
goals, aren't
think
we?
Yeah,
it
just
was-
goals. Doesn't matter behinds.
I'm going to go 5.
I mean, go add
8.
add behind. I mean, this is the second, third, and fourth quarter.
8.
Oh,
Goals.
sorry. Oh, so second, third, and fourth. Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
8 goals.
You can get an
So-
extra point if you guess how many behinds as well.
8 goals, and I think
1 and 1, and then they went to...
it's 8 behinds.
It was like 7, wasn't it?
Oh no,
70?
sorry, 6
They
behinds.
got to 79?
I'm going 7 behinds.
It was 79.
So what? How many goals?
8.
8
I'm
and
going to
6.
go... Hang on.
8 and 5.
8 and 5.
I'm just guessing at this point. I'm just like, I think it's right, but I could be way off. Do I remember the score? Not really, no.
Just checking your phone. You're not allowed to change your answer. It's your
I'm not
final
changing my
answer.
answer. It's
Okay.
my final answer. No.
But
Why
you
would
get
I
an extra-
check?
but you get an
Why would I
extra-
check my phone for the answer
But-
and
but-
have my impending doom come near me?
But yeah, you have you do get an extra point if you do get the behinds, but you have to get the goals correct in order to get the extra point for the behinds.
Okay, whatever.
So if you get the goals, you're probably safe.
I know that they went from 8 to like 79. So I'm just
You're
trying.
doing
I'm really just trying to do the number crunching at this point.
Yeah.
So like if they did 12 goals, that takes them to 72. But then 8 goals, sorry, 8 behinds on top of that takes them to 80. So that doesn't work. It has to be less than 12 goals. So it's likely that it was 11 goals. which would take him to 66, plus 13 behinds. So that would be 10 goals and 5 behinds. So that's what I'm going.
They kicked 10 goals,
Yep.
but 11 behinds.
What?
13 take away 2.
So he was closest.
Oh shit, yeah, because I just had it as 8.
You didn't have to get the behinds, you just had to get the goals. The behinds was an extra point if you got the goals. So you got 1 point, you got none. Oh, yeah, you ready for the next question?
No, I'm not. I'm done.
Who had the most score involvements for Collingwood and GWS? I'll give you a hint, there's 2 players you have to name.
Oh, I don't know.
Score involvements for... Wait, which one?
Collingwood, GWS. There's 2 players.
Jordan DeGoey and...
Green.
Tom Green? Yeah?
Toby.
Okay. I'm going to go Tom Green and Jordan DeGoey.
Toby
She got
and
1 point,
DeGoey.
you got none.
Fuck.
It was Toby Green and Lockie Ash. Who's Lockie Ash? We don't know.
Honestly, never heard of him.
What should we
Okay.
put in there then?
You ready for the free question? Who plays in the 2023 Grand Final, and what other years have they met before?
So, I mean, okay.
So it's Collingwood and Brisbane,
Brisbane.
right?
Yeah.
Have they met before? I don't even know. I don't even know.
I really couldn't tell you. I mean,
I could-
chances are good probably they haven't, because, again, it's also assuming that we're not talking about the Fitzroy Lions either, right? So, I'm going to go no. They haven't.
You're saying they've never met before?
1987. That's just a guess.
Or do they have... Hang on.
1987. Can we
Yeah.
do closest? Who gets closest in the year? 1987.
No, because... No.
This is an awful quiz.
This is really bad.
There's I'll tell you why after you've given your answers.
Yeah, I'm going
1987.
Yeah, never met.
1987? What about...
Never met.
They met in 02 and 03.
Okay.
I was like 4.
Okay. You want to do the one question for fun?
No.
It's a bit funny.
No, I don't care
He
anymore.
had the most clangers in both match.
Who cares?
Oh shit! I feel like it has to be what's his name? Cameron.
Rayner? What?
No.
You mean
it's
Charlie
Charlie.
Cameron?
Sorry, Charlie.
Cameron.
Charlie Cameron. Yeah.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
I'll give you...
No, actually, no. It's
Oh, yeah, there's 2 players as well for this one.
So the Charlie Cameron
Uh,
and
Charlie Kerno.
No.
He had a pretty shocking shot on goal. That was pretty bad.
It was Sam Walsh and Toby Green.
Sam Walsh!
And Toby Green.
He had a fucking stellar game.
They both had 8 clangers.
He had a stellar game.
They had the most clangers for each. I'll just show you this, mate. I go to advance. Look at... Because I got it as clangers.
Okay, it's official. We're never getting George to do it.
honestly, no, it's
Look,
awful.
look, 8 clangers.
It's
Sam Walsh.
awful.
And then also Toby Green, 8 clangers.
It's awful, George.
That was terrible.
Awful.
Oh yeah, so I was going to test you.
So, yeah.
I think that second question is what won it for you. And I wasn't going to do who had the closest because it was 2 years that they met.
Okay, why are we being quiet, Phil?
Hey, you know what? I got a question for the audience out there. When was the last time Collingwood has ever won in September?
What did you even say? I zoned out.
When was the last time Collingwood has ever won in September?
I mean, like, literally tonight, right?
I'm talking about grand final wise.
Okay, well, last time I think was 2010.
You want to take a guess?
I mean, they would have had to have won to get to West Coast in that grand final, right?
But
No,
did they win
to
the grand
win
final?
a grand final. The last grand final win.
You just said September.
Yeah.
When they won in September.
No, for grand finals.
Yeah, but the
Oh,
last grand
shit.
final that they
Fucking
won
hell, more dates.
was
I've got no idea.
2010.
Alright, I'll go 2010.
Incorrect. That was actually won in October because of the replay.
Okay, so before that, I don't even know. 2004.
I need to find it again.
Was it 2004?
No.
2003.
I'm going to get it because my mate told me this. I'll get it up.
2003.
I'll tell you this, it was back in like, I think the
2000.
70s or 60s.
69.
Because both their grand final, their last two grand finals that they have won were both replayed. So how's that for a start? I'll get it up.
It's
Where is it?
the worst trivia ever. Anyways, let's move on. Ben, what's the next segment we got?
Talk about AFL news.
AFL news! Alright, let's hit it up. What do we got? Ben McKay coming to Essendon. Woo! Flag Dons 2024. Babe, what news have you got?
Yeah, so... You know, with the granny... Collingwood and Brisbane, I think Brisbane will win.
I think Brisbane win
I
too.
think Brisbane will get the granny.
Yeah, I think...
Granny Smith apples. Sorry, it was a bad joke.
I think scoring-wise, I think they are just more explosive at scoring than Collingwood. And I think that's going to be a really big difference.
I just found the answer to the trivia I gave.
Okay,
It was 1958 was the last time they won a granny in September.
cool.
1990 and...
Who gave you that answer? Was that ChatGPT?
No, Google itself.
So,
I say hello in Korean.
Kim Jong-un.
No. I say hello in Korean.
Kim Jong-un is my leader.
George, can you please not say that?
no, I've got no idea. I'm going to kill myself though.
Do you
I
want to
bet
say
it-
it?
Please put me out of my misery.
안녕하세요.
No, I was not getting that.
I better save my leader's photo before I
Can
save my
you
children.
please stop, George? Can you please stop?
Hey, so how are the preliminaries this week?
Yeah, I mean,
They were too close. They were closer than I thought they would be.
yeah, I know. There's a lot of weird events in both games.
honestly, GWS didn't even score a goal in their first quarter.
I mean, like, I think I'm actually surprised we haven't, or at least I haven't heard much more controversy about the GWS game, because I kind of thought there might have even been a holding the ball call, like with the 30 seconds left from Collingwood. Like, I just saw the Collingwood player reach out, bring it into his chest, and they're like, nah, ball up. I was like, okay. Yeah.
I don't think it
I feel
was.
like there's quite a few shocking decisions. Like today with the arc review with the behind. Do you remember with the Collingwood? So not Collingwood, Carlton.
What, the hair?
Yeah, the hair.
Oh, the hair.
Yeah, I know. I was too busy looking at the arms. Like, I don't think it's touched the arm. I think it's a goal. I think it's the space between the arm and the ball. And I didn't realize that they were looking at the replays if it touched the head as well.
Why
I was
do you-
like, I didn't even see that.
Why do you think we all cried when Hebel decided to cut the dreadies?
Oh, no.
Gives you an advantage.
Everyone should just get afros from now on.
Like, honestly.
Yeah, you're not allowed to play on the Western Bulldogs unless you have hair that's 10 centimetres tall.
Yeah. So, I
Like,
guess
honestly,
Bailey Smith is secured, right?
When you turn, he just get hit like a hawk.
But yeah, honestly though,
Get spiky hair on him.
Yeah.
but yeah, first preliminary final, Collingwood getting up over GWS by a point.
I know.
Because Collingwood can never do it easy, right? They have to do it the hard way, right? They just
honestly.
can't do it in simple terms, right?
You could like honestly feel all the Collingwood fans that were at the MCG, and you could just feel all the shit that was falling out of their asshole in that last minute.
I know.
Just-
No, honestly, no, because towards the honestly, let's talk about the start of the match. Collingwood get the first 2 goals, and then GWS tries to get their way back in, but they keep getting behinds. They got 3 behinds in that quarter. Collingwood are kicking 2 goals, 2 behinds in that. Obviously, looked like a very solid start for Collingwood. It wasn't too far out of the way. It wasn't too far of a tall order for GWS to do. So it definitely did leave in the question. Now, how is GWS going to respond? Who was it that scored the first
I honestly
goal?
think GWS should have scored more than 60 points.
And honestly,
I feel like they should have been at least close to 80 points in that game against Collingwood.
But tracking back to the first quarter, you had Daniel McStay kicking the first goal in under 2 minutes, and then by the 6-minute mark, Jack Cripps kicks the goal, and then you just have Callum Brown kicking behind, then Myercheck, then McStay, then Riccardi, and then Daniels, and then a bit more of it, and then it's and then you come into the second term, it's behind by, I think it was DeGoey or Elliott. And then just a 4-goal run. 4-goal run by GWS in that quarter to secure a halftime lead. Mainly thanks to, Collingwood not scoring a goal. Scoring 4 behinds, as I pointed out in that trivia. So it really looked like it definitely looked like it was going to be a momentum swing battle going into halftime. And then, first goal lands in the hands of the third term into GWS. Then Collingwood kick the next 2. And then GWS kicks their second and last goal for the third term before Collingwood would go 3 in a row.
Are you literally giving a play-by-play review of the fucking game?
Yeah, I can't.
Are you actually assuming that these people didn't watch this shit?
You never know. We may have some Americans who haven't watched it. You don't know.
Oh my
I'm
goodness.
assuming all
They're
the
the biggest
Aussies.
Mason Cock fans.
I'm assuming the Aussies have watched it. You know what I mean? Yeah, and then
Do we need to play-by-play, fam?
Honestly,
this
I don't think we need to-
podcast is long enough as it is.
Honestly, yeah.
but then
Do you want to have your own podcast where you just do this stuff?
But yeah, actually, funnily enough, Collingwood would only score 1 goal and 3 behinds in that final term. So honestly, it really, to be honest, at the end, if
They play like that against Brisbane played. If Collingwood played the same,
I mean,
I don't think Brisbane are going to be playing the same game that they did against.
I mean,
Okay, yeah, I know, but hear me out. If we had the Collingwood that won the preliminary final and the same team, do you know what I'm trying to say?
no, but the
Collingwood-
Can I please finish? So if Collingwood had played the way they did, and if
you talking-
Brisbane played the way they did tonight,
Are you talking about the quarter and the prelim, like collectively, or like
just the prelim.
just the prelim? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I feel like for sure it would have been a Brisbane win, but we have to see what next week.
Well, I mean, if you consider the fact that Collingwood's final, like their run in finals this year, they've scored less than 60 points in both games.
I mean, the thing is, though, about that, they've played 2 defensive teams. They played Melbourne. They're a very defensive team. They like to take the ball, move it from their defence, and then chuck it into their 50, you know what I mean? And then, so what Collingwood were doing, they were just defending the ball in their 50 because they had to apply that back half pressure because the game plan for Melbourne was to also just play in the same pressure in their back half. You know what I mean? So it obviously wasn't going to be a high-scoring game because it was a battle of 2 defences. And then the same thing happens again. GWS, they are a team that love the score from turnovers. So it was really... Collingwood have just had these 2 very defensive games where their defence has been worked into overtime. Compared to Brisbane, they've had 2 scoring finals. They've had finals where it's been about which team has the better attack. Sure, in early stages it was, in that preliminary, it was definitely about who had a better defence. And Brisbane did have the cracks early on, but then their defence got back into it. They stopped getting... Because in that first quarter, it was like, I think, 15 to 3 inside 50 entries. But then by the end of it, it got to 42 to 32 in Brisbane's favour. You know what I mean? It was really towards the end there. It was who was the better attacking team, who took the chances more, who won more of the centre ball, compared to Collingwood and GWS's game of who can reliably keep defending the ball, keep not letting their chances happen. You know what I mean? It was two very different styles of finals.
I think the truth of it is, though, that Melbourne probably should have beaten Collingwood, if we're being honest. Like 17 behind.
Melbourne should have bet Carlton.
Oh, no, sorry, that was the game I'm referring to.
Yeah. 17 behind.
Yeah, Melbourne should have bet Carlton. If we're honestly, let's not lie to ourselves.
I mean,
like Melbourne should have won, but
they should have, but they couldn't dominate at all. You know what I mean? Because like, I feel like honestly, it's kind of like with the Western Bulldogs. I felt like it's like they had the ball too much in their 50. They didn't know what to really do with it properly. You know what I mean? I feel like it was the same situation that the Dogs have been facing this entire year. We have too many ball users in the forward 50. We don't know what to do with it. You know what I mean? I feel like that's what Melbourne was suffering from in that semi-final. And I feel like it was just, late chances. Carlton took them more. And that's what really ultimately drove Carlton to win that.
I mean, I think the fact that we had Max gone. Who else was... I'm trying to remember some of the other... Fritsch had a shot on goal and he missed it. Gorney had a shot on goal and he missed it, like late in the fourth. And I'm just like, oh my goodness, it was just... You could just see those cracks happening. It was great.
But I mean, also, it felt like at some points in the forward 50, they were just overusing the ball. They were doing one too many handballs, you know what I mean? It gave Carlton that chance. It gave Carlton that chance to swarm and either force a turnover, or they go for a rush kick at goal and it just lands in between the small and the big stick. You know what I mean? I feel like that's ultimately what caused Melbourne that final, and I think honestly what caused Carlton this final was they couldn't really get reliable entries into their 50. They weren't able to hit targets. They never really were able to get handball chains moving into their 50.
Brisbane should have won by more.
They really should have. And I think...
I mean, yeah,
in terms of next week when we see Collingwood and Brisbane meet up, I think...
It should be interesting.
I think Brisbane are not getting off to their slow start like they did
I feel like you definitely can't afford them in a grand final.
No, you definitely can't. I think it's actually kind of fortunate for them that it actually did happen to them in the prelim. Do you know what I mean? Because they're able to bounce back, and now I think they're going to have a whole new scripted game plan going into this week.
I mean, you definitely have to, because...
And I almost think they're going to get to mid-20s in the first quarter next week.
I mean, ultimately, they'd have to draft a game plan to stop the corridor use of Collingwood, you know what I mean? Because that's really where Collingwood gets most teams, and that's definitely where they've gotten most of their wins at the first half of the season, through that very sharp, ball use in the centre, up the corridor. At
the same time, Brisbane have a very similar approach as well when they, from midfield up to their forward half, right? They can just go anywhere. They can go down the corridor, along the wings. They're just so efficient from midfield to their forward half. It's really...
I mean, I'm honestly bagging this in to be a low-scoring grand final. I think it's going to be a real battle of both defences. I think it's going to be another defensive final.
It's going to be high scoring.
I think it's going to be high scoring.
No, I think it's going to be a defensive one.
Brisbane's getting over 80 points. I think they could even top 90, possibly 100. They're getting up there, that's for sure. I think...
Remember the rule is that the general rule is the first team to 100 wins.
Except if the other team's at 95.
Except if you're Collingwood in the final against West Coast, and then it's just like, nah.
Yeah.
What are rules?
I mean, they never reached 100.
They did. Collingwood reached 100.
When?
In the was it 2019? Grand final?
No, they weren't even... No.
Oh, 2017.
No? I'm going to tell you I'm going to show you this, Maria, okay? 2018, Grand Final, it was 79-74. Look at that. That was the 18 grand final.
Collingwood West Coast. No, Collingwood got to 100 that one time. I remember in my mind that they reached 100. Am I not wrong?
In what year?
I don't know anymore.
Yeah, I don't know.
I was so convinced in my memory that Collingwood reached 115. 115.
And this was 2020?
They'll play the same people again.
No, that was 2020, week 1, elimination final.
I'm talking about grand final.
Yeah, they've only met in 2018. Literally, that was the score.
I swear I was higher scoring than that.
It wasn't. That actually was the score.
I feel like, don't you remember it being higher scoring than that?
It wasn't.
No, not particularly.
I feel like they got to 115 and still lost.
That's
how my
a
memory...
74.
That's where they lost, right? Okay, sorry. In my mind, they got to 115.
What were you on?
I don't know. I was wearing my Canadian ice hockey jersey.
No, honestly, I'm bagging this in to be a battle of both defences because I think, honestly, the fact that both teams use the corridor so effectively is going to be really on the fact that these teams' defences have to not show cracks on the day.
Brisbane.
I think the first defence to show cracks, that side is losing.
Brisbane's winning.
I think the fact that Brisbane can go wings, corridor, basically anywhere from midfield up to their forward half is just... I think that's just too overwhelming.
I mean, the thing is,
it's way too overwhelming for Collingwood.
You just got to pin Darcy more on the side where the ball's coming on. You know what I mean? And also put Craner there, and you pretty much have yourself. Obviously, put Craner up a bit higher, and you have yourself what could probably be a very good Collingwood defense just to stop the ball coming in.
I don't see this happening. I really don't see. I see. I see Cam Rayner getting 2 goals. I see Joe Danaher getting even possibly 4 goals. All of their forwards score. All of them. Hipwood, he scores. It's how do you stop it? I can't see them stopping it. I think they're too good. They've made it, what is it, the last 5 years, and they haven't won. I think it has to be this year. I really do.
That was their last game. But this is finals now, so honestly, environment is different.
I know that. I don't think the MCG is going to actually change anything. I think, it
literally can't because of that. Because round 23.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's going to make a difference.
I mean, Brisbane can definitely win it, but I think, honestly, this year...
Wait, that was round 23. Yeah, look at that. Over 100 points both sides.
But that's a home and away season. That's not a finals match.
Yeah, that game's going over 100. It's going over 180. That's for sure.
I'm working it in to be a low scorer.
Nah. Anyways, any other news, babe?
Nah.
No. Fair enough. So,
anyways,
With that being said, yeah.
You know, let's put our grand final predictions and by how much. Michael, here you got.
Brisbane.
Marie, here you got.
Brisbane.
Okay, by how much?
28.
Ideally, I'm going to say Brisbane by 108 to maybe 92.
It's going to be that much of a one-sider.
Yeah.
No,
it's not really that much of a one-sider. It's 16 points. You know the average split do you know what the average spread in the AFL
You didn't
is?
say it like score. I thought you said it was going to be a Brisbane by 92 to 108.
Oh, no.
No, if that happens, then Collingwood does not deserve to be there, fam.
Honestly.
I was like, fam, give me someone else. Give me back
Hey, so you're going
Colton.
then by 16. Brizzy by 16,
God.
right?
Yes.
I'm going to go Collingwood
This
by...
isn't Hawthorn.
I'm going Collingwood by 4. I'm going Collywobbles by 4.
This isn't Hawthorn in a three-peat, right? Where they won by 50,000 points. No, this is Collingwood and Brisbane.
Hey, 2013 I only won by 15.
Well, I don't want to do
2014 I
this.
only won by 64.
Only 64.
63 I mean.
Only 60.
And only 46 against West Coast.
Only
15.
46.
Only
Yeah.
40. Only 63. Oh
Yeah.
my god. No, that's so one-sided.
Alright, okay, then what about 81 points then for my last year?
That's it. Who even played last year? I forgot.
That was Sydney and Geelong, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Geelong
Yeah.
didn't make finals and Sydney went out first week to Carlton.
Yeah.
That's embarrassing.
Oh man, I wonder how it feels to go out to the Blue Baggers.
Anyways,
So yeah.
that'll be it for us for this week.
Yeah. So with that being said, join us next time for your next serve of M&Ms, and there'll be
No Greg.
There'll be minus the fucking George and his bullshit trivia.